how should entrepreneurs right now be dealing with their lenders if they have debt on their books, and be dealing with their investors. What should they be talking to them about? And how do they manage that difficult conversation that might be coming up that says, you know what, I don't actually have the cash right now to pay you back because I had to shut my business down completely?
I think this is probably the best time for any entrepreneur to talk to his lender. And I can tell you with great confidence, we are also lenders. So I actually know I'm an equity investor, but I'm also a lender. See, the most important thing is almost everybody recognizes that what is happening is unprecedented and has never happened in human history. 2.6 billion people locked down, which 1.3 coming from India alone, is just an unbelievable situation. I think all lenders are fairly aware that whether you like it or not, you are in a serious trouble at this point of time. In some sense, it actually therefore works in your favor. What you must not do is try to take advantage, because any lender at this point of situation, the worst thing that they would like to actually hear from an entrepreneur is to be seen as taking advantage of them because the world has gone through such a hellish change. Being transparent, being humble, being communicative. I think the one and the most important thing and the biggest mistake I have seen entrepreneurs make is they start going into a shell and not communicate. Running away is not going to solve your problem. Running to the lender is the right way to do. So first, reach out to the lender before the lender reach out to you. Tell them exactly how much cash you have, what are the challenges you see, and you will be surprised how easily the biggest and the most difficult question can actually get resolved. Because remember, the lender is also in a situation where they want to know what is going on. So the more you hide, the more confusion you create in their mind, and therefore put fear. Second thing is, if you're dealing with a lender and if you're a person who doesn't understand the risks, you need to go to the right level. So if you're dealing with a relationship manager who has no capacity to help you, you as an entrepreneur have the right obligation to go to this person who actually understands the challenges. Identifying the right level to target at this point of time is the most important thing. Being very conscious, telling your business plan, telling them what kind of a negative cycle you are going through and how big the hole is, and seeking their support during this time is the best you can do. Of course, the rest of the 50% has to be done by the lender. Coming up with a moratorium, coming up with a rescheduling, not classifying you as an NPA, convincing them that you will survive. And there the positivity will be needed. You have to find a way to survive. Lamenting and blaming the world and saying, I never expected or planned for it, is not going to help you. So you will have to keep coming up with good ideas of why you think you will survive and how you will do it, which I call quintessential entrepreneurial capabilities. An entrepreneur is not about taking a risk alone. An entrepreneur is somebody who understands the limitations and delivers the best within the limitations. You have a limitation, you don't have money, you have to find the second best solution to it. Either find money or convince the person with money to bail you out of this trouble.
And this goes back to your very astute point earlier about thinking forward 15 days and being able to articulate that to your lender. For example, you know, I know that we don't know how long this thing is going to last, so I've already planned to get through the next 21 days by cutting my costs here, asking my employees to, you know, delay getting paid, asking my suppliers to delay getting paid. Even that is a practical tip to how to talk right now without getting overwhelmed.
If you walk to a lender and say, I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and these 5 steps have increased my survival rate chances from 10% to 95%, and by the way, you're just helping me with 5%, that's actually such a positive news for a lender who's already harassed with people telling and calling him. I think it's important to actually just go step by step, not really feeling overwhelmed by the challenge.
Yeah, I think that's such excellent advice, because I know lots of entrepreneurs out there are dreading calling their bank and having to tell them, I can't pay this month, especially if they have been paying, because it's also very humiliating. You've built your whole life, your whole reputation around being honest, trustworthy, able to deliver. Suddenly you can't. It's a very difficult conversation. So I think your tip on how to manage it in a very practical way is going to be so helpful for people.